Hello and welcome to the tutorial on how to create a new event for the Law Advocates site. First, you're going to want to make sure you are logged in, and then if you're on the front page, you'll want to go to the back end, so hover over the site name and click on Dashboard. Okay, here we are in the back of the site, and under the dashboard here there's a plugin called Events. So we'll put our cursor over that and this menu will pop out and you'll click on Add New. And that will load. Here it is. And now we have a template for adding the new event. Before you do anything though, I want to talk about these event categories over here because it's very important for this site to make sure the correct boxes are checked. So of course you'll check the box that applies to this event. So for example, I'm going to create a community event that is also a special event. But I want to show you so you get a full picture of what these checkboxes do. So I'll go back to the site here. So if I do check this as a community event, it's going to show up on the site under the fundraisers and community events page, or on the right here. So we don't have any community events at this moment, but that's why I'm creating one. It'll show up here. And then the fundraisers will be showing up here. Similarly, if I'm to check that it's a program, it will show up in a couple different places. So you'll want to check the program box for the programs to show up here, and then you'll see under programs, program calendar, there are a couple other options, and these are also important because it also sorts out the events to show up in different places. For example, the street law at the library shows up here on the home page on the sidebar. And then the street bar at the street law at WCC will show up here. The special events show up here at the top of the sidebar. And let's see, what else am I? Oh, right, Access ID. I will show you where that shows up. So if you click on, if someone was visiting the site and going to need legal help, this is great because under these tabs here, the Access ID upcoming dates will show up here, along with the street law under these tabs, under this tab, and the advocacy here under this tab. So making sure you check these boxes is very important, which is why I say we should go here first when creating a new event. All right, so after you have the correct boxes checked, then we'll go ahead and enter in our title and our text. You can copy paste or type something in. All right, and then here's pretty straightforward. Putting in the time and the date of your event. Let's say it's this upcoming Saturday. Let's say it is 8 to 5, that's fine. And let's say it's repeating the following month, but it's not on the 25th. So if it was on the 25th, I'd go ahead and click monthly. But since it's not, I'm going to say it's repeating once on, let's say it's September 15th. And yes, at the same time. That's handy to use. I actually used it for, I'll show you really quick. I used it for the office closures. Since we also want those closures to show up on the calendar. So we have to create an event for the closed dates, and I went ahead and did the rest of 2018 and just did once, like that. So that's an option, and that way they show up on the calendar as well. Okay, just wanted to show you that really quick. All right, back to our event. You can also add an exclusion. So you could, if you want to make sure it doesn't appear on like Thanksgiving, for example, you can put that in. All right, and now to venue. There are some venues here from past events, but you can easily add your own in. You'll click on this white underlined text here, and this will pop down, and you can add in all the info. Okay, and then this will automatically be checked. You can uncheck it if you don't want a map to show. Organizer will most likely be law advocates, but just like we did for the location, you can add in a new organizer. Event website will only be used if, for example, we're doing a fundraiser in collaboration with another site, then you can put that in there. Or fundraising for a certain organization, you can put that in here. Okay, and here is registration. So if your event is having volunteers register, you'll want to make sure to use this. If you are not having volunteers register, you'll want to make sure this box is checked, but otherwise, you can put a maximum volunteer registration. Let's say we only want 20 volunteers. And let's say they can sign up to volunteer up until an hour before the event start. You also have an option for no deadline. All right, and then we'll want to show that volunteer attendee list. And we'll want to make sure, as this already is, that it remains unchecked. That way, everyone visiting the site can see the attendee list, not just those logged in. And then we'll also want to make sure that any is selected here. And then the last thing for the volunteer registrations, want to make sure there are 2 automatic messages. The first automatic reminder will be 14 days before the event, and the second one will be 2 days before the event. Okay, great, and that's everything for volunteer registrations. Next, I'll be going down to tickets. So let's say this event needs tickets and volunteers. So to create a ticket, go ahead and click on New Ticket there. We'll put in the type. Let's say we're doing a single parent discount ticket here. And then you have 3 options with these tickets. You can share the capacity with other tickets. You can set a capacity for only this ticket, or you can have an unlimited capacity. I'm going to go ahead and share for this example. So let's say the shared capacity, we have room for 200 people at this event. And for the discounted tickets, I only want to sell 100. And then if you have some more information you want to add, you can add that in here. And let's start the sale. Let's start the sale today and end the sale the day before the event. And then if you want to add specific times, you can go ahead and do that. All right, and we'll save that ticket. I'll create one more so you can see how the shared capacity shows up. So these ones are going to be a little more expensive for those helping to fundraise. So here it's already selected to share the capacity. But you can can also use those options. All right, advanced. All right, again, start the sale today, end the sale the day before the event. Great. Now we have our 2 ticket types. All right, and like a post, you can add an excerpt in if you want to. If not, it'll default to the text you've already inserted above here, right up here. All right, and we've got our category checked. Last thing we'll need to do is set our featured image. Okay, let's use this one. Great. All right, and let's go ahead and preview this. There it is. Okay, great. There's our image, our ticket price, our time, our title. Here we go. Yep, everything works. There's our volunteer sign up. Organizer, date. Great. All right, and so you'll see already, oh, actually it hasn't showed up under special events. I need to publish it first, so I'll go ahead and do that. And then I'll show you how it shows up on the site. So we'll need to go back to the home page. I'll go ahead and refresh this. All right, and there it is, our special event. Also, oh, actually there's both of them. I just realized that since it's reoccurring. Great, and then if we go here to our fundraisers and community events, it'll show up here on the right, both of those. And lastly, if we go to our calendar, here it is, showing up here for September, and make sure it's showing up in August as well. Yep, there it is. Okay, I think that's everything. There's one more thing I did want to show you really quick in case you do save your event as a draft and you want to go back and edit it. So you would click on events here under the events plugin. And you'll notice that the first ones showing up are the reoccurring future events. Usually drafts will show up on the top, but here they're not. So you would want to search for your title. And that way your event will pop up. So it is not lost. It is here. It's just hiding amongst all the future events. Okay, great. That is how you create a new event in the Law Advocate site.